Hey, what's going on everybody out there? I'm Jakejames Lugo and welcome to the channel. I know I've been away for a minute, but your boy has been real busy. We'll get to that in just a bit. But I want to talk about something that's been going around lately, seems to be getting a lot of people very heated ever since the news broke out from Nintendo. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is going to be having DLC content for the game when it finally comes out, not only this March, but also later on into the year. I believe it's summer or towards the winter is when we're going to be starting to get DLC packs available for the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now, I'm not going to go into the specifics of the content and stuff, that's all over the place on the internet at this point, but I want to talk about this notion and talk about the reaction that Nintendo got, or what I'm starting to see on social media about Breath of the Wild's DLC offerings. The thing about this is that I'm not seeing people that are really justifying their kind of disdain for having Breath of the Wild DLC and why it's actually a bad idea. Technically, in essence, with a lot of different types of games that are out there, with the exception of a few, DLC is usually made to expand the experience upon a game that's already established. When you buy a game for $60 or at full retail price or whatever price that you buy it at, you're getting a full experience or you're expected to get a full experience. DLC is supposed to be kind of like the icing on top of the cake with that. It's supposed to enhance your experience, kind of prolong with your experience way past your time that you spent playing that core game. And I feel like this is going to be a good thing for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild because on top of an already meaty game that you're going to get with either your Wii U or your Nintendo Switch, you're going to get even more stuff that's offered later on. Now, a lot of people seem to be making the case, focusing on the new hard mode, which I really believe, or at least I'm hoping, is a totally different type of take on difficulty with that game, as well as also the stuff with the treasure chest and a couple of the other things that they're offering. And I could totally understand why at first glance, that seems like something that's going to be like, taken out of the game and kind of offered for people to dive into it later on to make a little bit more money. I think a lot of people are having a knee-jerk reaction to this. I feel like because we have such a bad taste in our mouths with DLC and the way it's been handled by other companies like Capcom, like Activision, like EA, and a whole bunch of others all over the place, we really have this bad outlook on DLC at its core. Even though DLC or downloadable content is not bad in practice, or at least in philosophy, the way it's been handled by a variety of different companies has really rubbed a lot of gamers and a lot of consumers the wrong way. Totally understandable. But let's focus on the core problem at hand here, which is what I'm starting to see that not a lot of people are really talking about. I don't think DLC being offered for Breath of the Wild is really the problem here. I think more of the problem, what I'm really starting to see, and I think we should all call out at some point, is that a lot of gamers out there, whether you're Nintendo fans or not, simply just don't want to pay if they don't want to. I feel like there's a lot of people out there that are really upset about this type of stuff and feel like they're not getting a full experience of the game simply on the fact that they don't want to pay additional money for what the content that they're offering. Now, I'm not saying that it's okay to pay for a bunch of stuff, or pay a bunch of money for stuff that doesn't feel like you're going to be getting a lot of value. I really believe that no matter what type of service or product that you're buying with your hard-earned money, you should feel like you're getting some sort of value when you spend your hard-earned dollars on it. Even if it's a $20 DLC pack or season pass or something, there needs to be some sort of big value that's offered to it. I'm not usually one down for DLC packs that are, again, season passes and stuff. I'm really not for that. I've been burned pretty bad in the past with it, but I can still understand why people dive into it, and I still feel like I get an understanding. I really kind of, get why people feel the need to spend a little bit more money when they're putting so much faith into a product. Again, to each their own to what I say, but there's a small sect of people, or at least a large grouping of people that are very vocal that simply just don't want to pay extra money just for the content or the extra content that Nintendo is offering. And to them I say, listen, if you're not going to be kind of so down for that, or if you're going to be so negative about it, that's totally understandable. You could just simply not buy it. If you just want to play the core game of The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and kind of get that experience there from that core game itself, then you're more than willing to do so. You're going to be spending $60, or you're going to be, again, probably paying cheaper down the line when you finally play the game. But if you're going to sit here and stand on a soapbox and complain about, again, value with your hard-earned dollars and stuff, you need to be at least one of those people that are at least putting your money where your mouth is. A lot of the people out there that are complaining, from what I'm seeing, are people that just simply don't want to pay extra money, or just don't want to pay for anything additional on top of that. They think that they should be given everything for free, and that's a problem. That's more of a bigger problem now in the modern day and age of gaming, more so than it was back then, even in the early 90s, mid 90s, or the early 2000s and stuff, where people feel like they should be just given everything. Value is a very subjective thing, okay? It doesn't matter whether it's money, whether it's service, or anything like that. It's a very subjective thing. When you're giving your currency or whatever it is that you're going to give for something in exchange like that, what you're really putting in there is your own emotions, your own feeling of how something or how much something is actually really worth, whether it's your time, your effort, your money, whatever it is. Perfect example that a lot of people have brought up is The Witcher 3. The Witcher 3 has a ridiculous amount of DLC content and an already ridiculous amount of content in the core game. A lot of people have said, like, that game should be even more than $60 for all the stuff that you're getting there. Again, we get this warped view on what a game is really worth. We get this warped view on what people should be given and what consumers should be given, as well as also how much are we willing to put in for additional time and additional content for our experiences with our games. Again, this is part of a much bigger, much crazier discussion at hand, but I feel like the people that are complaining, or at least a good large chunk of people that are complaining, simply just don't want to pay the extra money for additional content on top of a game that's already going to be big as it is. But either way, guys, that's just my opinion on the whole debacle and the whole controversy and debate about The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and its DLC content coming up very soon, later this year. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about all of this, whether you're for the DLC content, whether you're against it. Let me know down below. Don't forget to leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for all my videos related to video games and a bunch of other cool stuff. Lately, I know I've been slipping here and there with the videos. I've been trying to upload daily, but a bunch of stuff has been happening. If you guys didn't know, I talked about it on Twitter. I'm actually doing the IGN guide for For Honor now. That you guys could go to IGN.com. There'll be a link in the description box below so you guys can check out the full walkthrough that I did. I did a complete video walkthrough. I'm doing a bunch of strategy pages and a whole bunch of other kick-ass stuff that you guys are going to want to check out, especially if you're picking up the game on PS4, Xbox One, or PC. In addition to that, tonight, actually, when I'm recording this vlog, I'm going to be talking with my boy Trevor over at Trevor Talk and doing a bunch of different types of discussions, both gaming and non-gaming related, that you guys are definitely going to want to check out. Hopefully, once it's live, or at least once we finish up the show, I'll be able to post up a link to it on my Twitter account. So make sure that you're following me on Twitter to check out all that stuff. I got a lot more other topics I'm going to be talking about throughout the week. I hope you guys had a good Valentine's Day yesterday. I know I had a very chill Valentine's Day. I didn't really have a Valentine this year, but I've been working, again, on guides and other stuff so you guys can get some enjoyment out of it. But either way, guys, I will talk to you again very soon. Peace out. Stay epic, everybody.